Good evening, ma'am. Can I start the session, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. You can start, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Over to Sahana.
Good evening, all. Learning is the process which is never ending. Technical learning is the part and parcel of every engineer's life. So, let us all have this session, Tech Series 3.1, to have a new technical knowledge and enhance ourselves. Over to the guest now. And one more thing, I request all the participants to log into two devices and keep both the devices open till the end of the session. Quizzes will be asked and the students are requested to answer them. Thank you.
It's time to start our session. Can we move on to our session, ma'am? So I humbly request our chief guest to take over the session. I just thank the HOD of Computer Science, the HOD of Information Technology, and all other HODs for helping us by contributing their students. So, ma'am, we thank you, ma'am, for arranging such a session all the time. Now it's time to listen from our chief guest. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So, hi everyone, good evening. My name is Uday Kumar. I'm a software engineer with overall 2 years of experience, and I'm currently working in Capgemini. My main area of expertise is .NET, Web API, and Xamarin Forms. Xamarin Forms is a cross-platform mobile application framework. So, at Capgemini, I have contributed significantly to various projects, collaborating with diverse teams and stakeholders to deliver high-quality work within tight deadlines. My attention to detail and problem-solving skills have helped me to overcome numerous challenges, and I am passionate about learning and growing professionally. And I believe that my skills and expertise make a valuable asset to my organization. So, to this session, I have a PPT. I will share that. So, yeah. So, introduction to web design. So, the internet revolution happened in the early 90s. From that time, like many tech giants have been grown, and like website is a main thing for them to establish them as a brand globally. It is
Sir,
very.
sir, your screen is not visible.
Is it visible now?
Possible,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. So yeah, so why web page designing is important? So first one is brand identification. So when a business gets into the industry, they want to create a website to reach out to the customers globally. So our business explicit itself reveals a lot about them. The way business show or present themselves in front of their customers can have a major impact on them. The manner of doing this is actually the brand identity of a business. In this regard, web development plays an important role. It identifies your business brand globally without having to move. However, the essential elements of your brand identity might include logo of your business company, slogan or tagline of your brand, uh, graphical elements including logos and images, and website has to be visually good to grab attention from the customers. Even if we have a great web design that provides great services, if it is not visually good, then it won't attract much attention from the customers. And second one, why it is important is cost effectiveness. Uh, Web development actually has the potential to gear up your business without moving from city to city or country to country for the business promotion. Web development can do this just by sitting at home. Isn't it amazing? Another one is its convenience. Running business successfully doesn't need to do much effort. It is just a one step away. Web development, web development can make your business grow conveniently, and also it is available 24 into 7. Uh, it will be always accessible to different set of people. Another one is the marketing. We don't have to from places to places to promote our business. We can do that directly in the website itself. Yeah, so tech giants like Amazon, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and the currently trending ChatGPT are all using the website, and they have a globally lot of users making use of these services provided by them. And it is also ideal for many startups, not only startups, any organization. So how does a website works? Basically, the using the browser is a client. Client sends a request. Uh, Client will be connected to the internet service provider, example Geo, Airtel, something like that, and a DNS server. So client makes a request to the server. Server takes that request, process that request, and returns a response back to the client. This is the request and response cycle. Client sends a request to the server. Server will check that request. If it is a valid request, it will send a response back to the client. So how a web page is made? So it will use some technologies, like one is the HTML. This is just the template for the web application. It is kind of a skeleton. Uh, so HTML is a hypertext markup language, and next is the CSS. CSS is for styling the web application. HTML just provides a blank skeleton of the web page, and CSS just adds the animations or coloring, or it will make the web page visually pleasant. And the another thing is JavaScript. Like JavaScript has there is many frameworks that is using JavaScript due to its due to its advantages. Like it is the one responsible for handling the logic behind the web application. So if we have a button in web page, if we click that, the backend logic is handled by the JavaScript. So JavaScript is a dynamic programming language, and there is a static programming language. Now most of them are using JavaScript because of the frameworks that provide some good UI features, some good development features. So the currently trending JavaScript frameworks are React, Angular, and Vue. So Angular is used for a organization when they are creating a enterprise level application, and React and Vue is used for its ease of accessibility. Like development is simpler compared with the Angular. And currently, if you want to immediately develop a web page from the scratch, Vue.js is used in most of the product-based companies. So currently, trending ones are React and Vue. So the development of web page can be explained like this. HTML is kind of a building blocks. Like these are the templates. We build a house. It is the brick that shows a visual representation of a template. So CSS is like a painting or else a design of architecture. It will make the house visually pleasant, and the electrician is the JavaScript. So JavaScript handles the logic that is happening behind the UI. HTML and CSS together contributes the UI, and CSS currently most of them are going behind the Tailwind CSS. It is considered to be the best right now. And yeah, full stack development includes three: front end, back end, and database. In some cases, we have a front end developer and a back end developer. Back end developer will handle all the uh, process happening on the database level, and the front end developers will handle only the UI logic. Front end developers just make a request to the API. They will get the response, and they will make use of that response to display information onto a web page. And the backend developer is the one who is responsible for making any changes to the database, like performing all the crude operations is done by the backend developer. Full stack means someone who does both the process. He can handle the front end also, he can handle the back end also. So that is called a full stack developer, and always full stack developers are in high demand, because instead of paying two developers for front end and back end, a single developer can handle both. And most popular job roles as a web developer are this UI or UX developer. These people are responsible for creating the visually appealing designs for the web pages, and the backend developer who handles all the backend logics. Actually, the backend developers works in the database, and the full stack developer is the one who works both in the front end and in the back end. So full stack developers are usually highly paid compared with the UI UX or backend developers or a front end developer, because he performs uh, all the all the roles of a UI UX developer, backend developer, front end developer. So the most common job titles for in IT industry is the software developer, and you can see the second is a full stack developer and front end developers. So full stack developers are in highly demand always, because they are highly skilled, and it's not easy to become a full stack developer. You have to be expertise in all the three: front end, back end, and in databases. And so in React JS, you can create a web application, and also it supports the mobile application development. You can create Android or iOS application using the React Native, uh, which has some slight changes to the React that we use for developing web pages. Yeah, it supports both mobile and web, and also desktop development is also possible. We can migrate whatever we have created as a web page to a desktop application. It supports both applications for Windows and Mac, and also cloud technology is one of the other big technology. It is a very vast and also kind of a complicated one. Uh, cloud technology means working in microservices, DevOps, Kubernetes, Docker. It has its own set of requirements. So cloud technology also has a separate developers. They only work in the cloud. If we create a web application, then it has to be hosted to be available globally on the market. So cloud, it will be hosted on a cloud. Example, Azure or AWS or Google's KS6. And the impact of AI in web development. So currently, the Chat GPT is the most trending one. So web developers or the full stack developers can make use of this to create some code snippets, but AI is not to that level where it can create a web page from the scratch uh, to an enterprise level application. It can boost your productivity. Like for example, in a Bangalore based company has given ChatGPT 4 subscription to its developers, because they seen the productivity has increased because the use of this ChatGPT. But as a freshers, when you are getting into the industry, I recommend you to write code line by line manually, because then only you will get used to the syntax. Like you have to remember some kind of syntax to write the code. And also if you write the code manually, then only you will get to know what are the errors you are making and how to fix them. Like coding is just something like writing something, breaking it, and fixing it again. So that's how you will learn how a software engineering is. And yeah, my personal experience in IT industry is I initially got trained in web development, which is in ASP.NET, which is a web development framework in .NET. Like .NET supports almost every applications. You can develop all the applications in .NET. In .NET framework, you can create application for Windows platform. ASP.NET is used to create web applications that targets all the platform. It will work both in Windows, Mac, Linux, all the operating systems. And after that, I got trained in the Xamarin Forms. Xamarin Forms is a cross-platform application framework, mobile application framework. It has a single code base. We code in C#. The entire logic will be in C#. But when we run that application in a mobile framework, then the C# code gets converted to the native Java code for Android and a native Shift code for the iOS. So instead of creating two different applications, like instead of creating application for Android separately and application for iOS separately, we can code in a single code, and that targets both the Android and the iOS, and also it supports the Windows also, Windows, Mac application also. And another thing is, I want you students to work on the basics. You have to be strong in your basics and also practice coding at least 30 minutes a day. You have to improve your problem solving skills. So problem solving skills is not something that you can be master in overnight. It takes consistency. You have to be disciplined. I'll explain why the problem solving skill is very important, because when you get into a organization, you will be challenged in different ways, and you have to solve that problem. So how optimized your solution should look to solve a problem. So for that, problem solving skills is very important. And uh, if you want to try product based companies, then it is the most important thing. They will strictly go with the coding questions that can be from any topics like trees, graphs, or dynamic programming, and you have to give them two solutions. Not only if you even if you solve the solution, they don't hire you. You have to solve it with the best possible solution. They will check for a code quality. Only if they are satisfied with that, they will further move your profile to the next rounds. So problem solving skill is very important. And also try to learn the system design. So in web development, client sends a request to the server, and server responds back with the response. But in the behind in that process, behind there is a lot of things happening. Like they have load balancer and the servers, like in previously. Nowadays, not only one server takes the request, there will be multiple servers implemented. So the load balancer, what it will do is, it will takes the request and finds which server that is available for now, and then navigates that request to that particular server which is free. And then it sends the request back to the load balancer, and the load balancer will send the request back to the client. Yeah. And also uh, there is a lot of internships that is provided by tech giants like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. Like most of the peoples in here don't know about that, but in the Europe or in the UK, students, when they are in their final years in their uh, second semester, they will give interviews for this. They will be hired, and they will do the internship. If their performance is good, then their internship can also be converted to a full time. You can also check that in the LinkedIn. Like most of the product based companies are giving the summer internships. You can apply for that, and you can give interview. It will also uh, helps you to prepare for the full time interviews. So if you are continuously practicing this coding or problem solving, then the nervousness or the kind of getting stressed during the interviews will not be there. You'll get it will be fun giving interviews. You will not be afraid of the interviews. Like you will learn a lot in the interviews. So first thing is learn the problem solving skills, and second one is learn system design also. System design is again a very big concept that you have to learn. Like you can accept questions like design a YouTube or design a Facebook or design a Uber kind of thing. You have to explain what front end you are using, what database you are going to use, how to scale that application based on the request, because these are the applications that gets millions of requests. So you have to scale and satisfy the interview that your solution is the best. So yeah, that's it from my end. Kirti Vasan, can you continue? So students, do you have any doubts?
Sir.
Yes.
சார் தமிழ்ல பேசலாங்களா?
சொல்லுங்க
சார். இது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ட்ரைனிங் மாதிரியா சார் இது?
எது?
இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க ஏதாவது ட்ரைனிங் இன்டர்ன்ஷிப் தர மாதிரிங்களா இல்ல?
இல்ல நான் வந்து டெவலப்மெண்டோட இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் பத்தி பேசணும். அப்புறம்
ஓகே சார்.
உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது கரியர் கைடன்ஸ் மாதிரி கொடுங்க. உங்களுக்கு அதுல ஏதாவது டவுட்
இருந்தா சொல்லுங்க. அதாவது இப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா நாங்க இப்ப பாஸ்ட் அவுட் ஆக போறோம். இதுக்கப்புறம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா நாங்க வெப் டெவலப்லயோ இதுலயாவது நாங்க ஜாயின் பண்ணணும் அப்படி இருந்ததுன்னா அப்ப வந்து யாரை நாங்க கான்டாக்ட் பண்றது? உங்களோட இதுலயே நாங்க வந்து இன்டர்ன்ஷிப்போ இல்ல இந்த ட்ரைனிங் மாதிரி எடுத்துக்கினா கூட எடுக்க முடியுமா?
யா, நீங்க எடுக்கலாம். ஆனா அதுக்கு இப்போ என்னன்னா ரிசெஷன் பொறுத்தனால எல்லா கம்பெனிஸ் இப்போ வந்து சர்வைவல் தான் பண்ண பாக்குறாங்க. ஸோ மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் தி கம்பெனிஸ்ல வந்து எல்லாம் ஹையரிங் ஃப்ரீஸ்ல தான் இருக்காங்க, ஷார்ட் டர்ம் ஹையரிங் ஃப்ரீஸ் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தி லே ஆஃப்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆல். ஸோ அண்ட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் இல்லாம இல்லை, நிறைய ஓப்பனிங்ஸும் இருக்கு சில கம்பெனி. நீங்க வந்து அதை கரெக்டாக சர்ச் பண்ணணும். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இன்டர்வியூக்கு வந்து நீங்க ப்ரிப்பேர்டா இருக்கணும்.
ஓகே சார்.
Yeah, my advice is, yeah, I've said right. நீங்க இந்த ப்ராப்ளம் சால்விங் ஸ்கில்ஸ்ன்றது நான் ஒரு பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் சொல்றேன், ஹேக்கர் ரேங்க் இருக்கு தெரியுமா? அதே மாதிரி ஒன்று இருக்கு. இப்போ இந்த யூஎஸ் யூரோப்ல வந்து அதிகமா யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. நீங்க கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 100 or 150 கொஸ்டின் சால்வ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா வந்துடும். ஈஸி, மீடியம், ஹார்ட் லெவல் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து ஈஸி லெவல் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் வாங்க. அது ஓரளவுக்கு நீங்க அதில் கம்ஃபர்டபுள் ஆன அப்புறம் மீடியம் லெவல் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் வாங்க. ஏன்னா மீடியம் லெவல் கொஸ்டின்ஸ்ன்றது வந்து நீங்க போன ஈஸி லெவல் கொஸ்டின்ஸோட கான்செப்டே வந்து ஒரு 2 or 3 கான்செப்ட் வந்து கம்பைன் ஆகி வர மாதிரி இருக்கும். நீங்க அதுல மீடியம்ல ஓரளவு கம்ஃபர்டபுள் ஆன அப்புறம் ஹார்ட் ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. நீங்க ஹார்ட் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் ஆர் மீடியம் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் சால்வ் பண்ற லெவலுக்கு வந்துட்டாலே நீங்க இன்டர்வியூஸ் வந்து கொடுக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருங்க. ஏன்னா மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் தி கொஸ்டின்ஸ் வந்து அதுல இருந்து தான் வரும். லீட் கோட்லயே பாத்தீங்கன்னா அதுல இருக்க கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எல்லாமே கூகுள், அமேசான், மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட், யூபர் இந்த மாதிரி வந்து ஒரு டாப் ப்ராடக்ட் பேஸ்ட் கம்பெனிஸ் இருந்து கேட்ட கொஸ்டின்ஸ் தான் வச்சிருக்காங்க.
அது எனக்கு என்ன ஒரு டவுட்னா, சரி இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா பசங்க வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஃபைனல் இயர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இப்போ பாஸ் அவுட் ஆகிற ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ் ஆயிடுச்சு. அதாவது உங்க கன்சர்ன்லயே ஏதாவது நீங்க ட்ரைனிங் தர மாதிரி இருந்ததுன்னா நாங்க ஏதாவது வந்து கத்துக்க முடியுமா? கோர்ஸ் மாதிரி இல்ல ட்ரைனிங் மாதிரி அப்படி கேட்குறேன்.
இப்போ அந்த ட்ரைனிங் எதுவும் தரல. ஆனா என்னால முடிஞ்ச ரிசோர்ஸ் ஷேர் பண்றேன். அது உங்களுக்கு நீங்க அதை கரெக்டா ஃபாலோ பண்ணீங்கனாலே யூ வில் கெட் தி உங்களுக்கு அந்த எப்படி லேர்ன் பண்ணணும் இல்லை என்ன மாதிரி கொஸ்டின்ஸ் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணணும் இன்டர்வியூஸ்க்கு அந்த மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு தெரிய ஆரம்பிச்சு.
ஓகே சார்.
Any other questions?
Thank you, sir. Now I'll take over the session.
Thank you.
Okay, so everybody, today I'm going to talk about the impact of AI in web development. So basically, AI is something that AI is like a computer program that can do things that normally humans can do. For example, we can think and make decisions on our own. So in our AI is basically making a machine think like how humans do and make them take decisions like how we do. So AI is currently on the trend, and in every industry we are seeing the rise of AI. And today we are going to see how AI is useful in web development and how we can use AI to improve developing websites and mobile apps and etc. So basically, AI is a part of computer science that can make perform tasks that usually requires human intelligence, like learning and problem solving and decision making, and making life basically easier and efficient. So basically, AI web development helps us by automating repetitive tasks. For example, we can use of code that's already available on the net, and by optimizing website performance and by creating personalized experiences. We'll move on to that in detail. So it helps us to increase the efficiency and speed of websites and improve user experience. Like it will make customized web pages for me, and it will automate repetitive tasks and prevent security threats. So benefits of AI in web development. Then lots of uses of AI in web development, and we'll see about chatbots. So chatbots is basically an AI powered chat engine that can help us to make decisions easy. For example, in Nika's website, we can see this is a chatbot. So if I want to ask any questions or get a personalized information, I can use these bots, which will help me in getting what I want very easily. Okay, so here I can see how to get help with placing an order, or if I have any issues with a recent order. Similarly, many websites have been integrating chatbots to help users have a personalized and easy experience. And similarly, Amazon also has these chatbots, and many other websites are integrating chatbots for their personalizing their websites, and it provides improved security, and we'll move on to that. So chatbots usually help to handle customer service inquiries, resolve issues, and offer support 24/7, because we can't always have a customer service expert available. So it will help us to clarify simple doubts and queries. And by improved security, AI algorithms can detect and prevent cyber threats. Like it can help to detect hacking attempts, phishing scams, and malware infections, and it can improve security much more. And now user experience. So in Amazon, you would have seen, if you are going to search for a web watch. So let's say I'm going to search for a watch, and if I select this watch, and I'm going to see other watches that people bought after seeing this watch. So you would see these personalized suggestions here. So products related to this item and what did customers buy after viewing this item. So like AI is basically it can't think on its own, so it will take user history. For example, if another person bought a watch, and it will have these history of these purchases, and then when I go and search for a watch, it will based on the previous history of purchases, it will customize the purchase for me. So you would have also seen, if you buy a phone under the Amazon page, you would have seen customers also bought these, like a laptop bag and a mouse and other stuff. It's all based on previous history of users, and it will help us to automate repetitive tasks. Like we can generate code using it, and test websites, and these all will help us to save a significant amount of time. So real world applications, there are voice enabled websites. So basically voice enabled websites are like we have Siri, Alexa, and Google Home, which enables voice search engines, so as to help people with disabilities who can't use their phones and gadgets. So that's how AI comes into play, and it helps analyze images and videos. Like for example, if you want to buy a product but you don't know any details about it, you can take a picture of it, like you have in Amazon. You can take a picture of the product, and the AI will generate images based on the picture you have uploaded. And predict analytics, like AI is all about predictions based on the previous histories it has, like based on the previous data it collects. It will predict what the customer can do next, like what can the customer buy next, what are the products that customers didn't like, and what devices they use to browse for the products, and what's the item that people search. For example, working people wouldn't go on to purchase stuff mostly during their working hours. Like the most used time is after 8 o'clock at night, because around that time they'll be free. So AI predicts such stuff, makes it easier. An AI based search engine, for example, if we want to type something but we don't know what exactly to type, it will give us suggestions, make our searching very easy. And it also has challenges, because everything has pros and cons. So despite all its benefits, AI powered web development also has several challenges, like ethical concerns, data privacy, because for example, ChatGPT, we heard that ChatGPT is getting data from what we provide as prompts, and it of course lacks human touch. So the conclusion is, AI is transforming every industry, and it's transforming web development, and its impact will grow. But we can only develop it, only make use of it, and create innovative solutions that will secure the future of the web. And yeah. So now I'll give you a short introduction about ChatGPT, and then I'll pass over the session to Vignesh. So basically, ChatGPT has been on the trend for like past 2 months, I guess. You can make use of it. For example, I have a doubt, I have a difficult concept which I want to learn. So I can explain the process of hacking to a school kid. So it will make it easier. It will give us answers in a way that school kids can understand. So yeah, this is how ChatGPT can help us in a lot of other ways. For example, mainly ChatGPT was created to help in coding and stuff, and we can utilize that to make our coding processes very simple and time efficient. So there's also other interesting stuffs like dad jokes. ChatGPT can also crack dad jokes. So yeah. So AI have been a lot of concerns like, will artificial intelligence replace jobs? Of course it won't, because ChatGPT is created to think like humans, but it can be only taught to think like humans, but it can't think on its own. Like, it works on the basis of the history of data, on the data it already possesses. So you can ask ChatGPT itself, will ChatGPT replace human jobs? So yeah, you can see that they are not intended to replace human jobs entirely. So if we have to be intelligent, we can only utilize the platform and make our works and job easier. So for web development, we can get codes from it, and we can get coding, and we can, if we have a problem or bugs in our code, we can just give the code and ask it to clear it for us, and it can troubleshoot, and we can get a lot of other information from ChatGPT. So yeah, so it won't definitely replace human jobs, but there will be many jobs that will help or make use of ChatGPT and other AI websites to make human work lives easier. Yeah. So now I'll pass over the session to he'll demonstrate how we can make websites using ChatGPT.
So, hello guys, my name is Vignesh and I'm a third year student in CSE department. So, since this webinar is about web development, I would like to talk about some roles which are available in the domain of web development for us. So, basically, there are 3 to 4 job roles available in web development. The first one is web developer. A web developer is basically someone who uses languages such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build websites. Actually, in previous times, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript were used to create websites, but they were static websites, which means that they stay the same whatever happens until the code is changed. But nowadays so many other languages and frameworks such as Angular JS, Node.js, PHP, Tailwind CSS, and so many other stuffs are there to create dynamic websites which change according to different constraints. For example, we can take in account into Netflix. So you log into Netflix through an Indian IP address. It displays content that is allowed in the Indian legislation. So if you try to log in through an American IP address, so it show you content which is allowed in the American legislation. So that's what is called a dynamic website. So the next role in the domain of web developer website development is a web designer. A web designer is mostly engaged in the process of creating the design of a web page. So the design of the web page must be visually attractive and it must be aesthetic so that the users are at ease when they are using that website, and the website must also be user friendly so that the users don't feel that it's too much of a hassle when they use it. And the next role is a front-end developer. The front-end developer is also responsible for the design as how the website must look. The website is not only able to be a web page, it can also be a web application. So a web application is something that contains so many web pages inside it, and website is something that has only a few number of web pages in it. So a front-end developer designs the front end of the web page and also creates the user interface for it, but only the design part. So the next job role is of a back-end developer. So a website is not only entirely about front end, it's also about back end. So when a user sends a request from his side, it has to go somewhere, that is the server, and it has to come back and it has to get a response from the server. So the backend developer takes care of the backend side, and he creates the code necessary for the website to interact with the server and get the required response. The next role is of a UI design. User interface a little bit different. Is something that so that it changes as you draw an image. If you right click on it, action happens. If you make different action happens. So all these things are developed by the UX designer. And next comes the DevOps engineer. A DevOps engineer has two roles mostly: development as well as operations. They are continuously developing the application and they also test the website or web application. So the website is maintained by a DevOps engineer or a full stack developer mostly. So mobile app developer is someone who creates mobile applications. For example, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, WhatsApp, everything is created by mobile app developers. And in recent times, all the web applications have their mobile application counterparts, and all the mobile applications have their web counterparts also. So actually, the web development is an exciting field. So you can choose a role which is tailor-made for you, or else you can take up something and explore it. And if it's not suitable for you, you can switch to another role. And there's always a lot of opportunities in the field of web development. So next we'll jump into some demonstration with ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is the new chatbot created by OpenAI. So ChatGPT is not the only product that they have. They have developed some more AI tools such as ChatGPT, GPT-4, DALL-E, etc. So in the few days that ChatGPT was revealed to the world, it was accessed by so many users, and its service was availed by billions and millions of people, and it became an internet sensation in a short amount of time. And even Microsoft themselves have integrated their Microsoft Edge web browser with the ChatGPT AI assistant. So ChatGPT can do various things. It can crack jokes. It can create websites. It can give you codes. So we'll go from the basics. So I first ask ChatGPT to give me a basic program to check whether a number is odd or even. So once you ask for a code, it gives you the code and it also explains the code to you. So for people who are in the starting stages of coding, you can ChatGPT as a tutor or a mentor to help you learn more logics and understand code that you are not able to understand, and so on. And ChatGPT can also create web pages. Actually, currently ChatGPT is not capable of creating full developed web pages. It's only capable of building front end and one or two web pages at a time, and it most takes a lot of time to get the output or responses due to so many inputs coming at a time. So I have already created some queries, and I have run some queries, and I have copy pasted the code in Visual Studio. So here's a sample program of a tic-tac-toe game, or else also known as an EXO game using HTML and CSS. So if I run this code, this is the page I land on. And if I click on any box over here, the output that it shows is an X. And it's in any other box I click, it shows a Y. And once I click, it again shows X. And once again, it shows Y. So if I click on here now, the input will be X and it says X. So when I click on new game, it will also reset the entire game, and it will create a fresh page for us to play our game once again. And ChatGPT can not only create a tic-tac-toe game, it can do so many other stuff. So here's one other example. So I created a gym website. For example, it's a sample gym website. So this is the output that I got through ChatGPT. And the one thing I want to add here is that this website was entirely created by ChatGPT, and I didn't exert myself to not change a line of it. So I just feed the code from ChatGPT and I pasted the code in my Visual Studio. So this is using ChatGPT. You can also learn the basics of web development. Also, ChatGPT also not only generates code, but if you give a code from a certain website or something and you ask it to explain, it can also explain the code. So that will be helpful for people who are in the learning stages. And there's one other example I created using ChatGPT, which is an online shop web page. So here's how the web page look like. So I haven't added any images. Did ChatGPT give me any images? So for an AI generated web page, this is too good, I would say. So you can connect this with the backend, and you can add JavaScript to the code, and you can uh, create more user interactivity in this website. But ChatGPT can't do it as of now. They are working on it, and we'll be probably getting those options soon. So if that's all from my side, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Any questions, guys? So guys, a feedback form has been pasted in the Google Meet chat box. So kindly the form and let us know how our session was. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for the nice presentation. Now the Kahoot quiz can be played. The concerned committee in charge. Krishnaveni ma'am. Participants are requested to join the Kahoot quiz. The pin number is displayed. So log on to another device. Type the URL kahoot.it. In the home page, it will ask for a pin. So the pin displayed there 4485330. That pin is to be entered with your nickname so that you can join the quiz. So all participants are requested to join the quiz. URL is posted in the chat window kahoot.it. As of now, 3 participants joined, 4 participants joined. So other participants kindly join the quiz. "30 seconds time will be given. Later on, it will be logged.
I request participants to type kahoot.it and then give the game pin number 4485830 and then give some nicknames so that you will join. The quiz will be shortcut. Dear participants, I repeat the instructions again. Just type kahoot.it in your browser and then type the game pin number there 4485830 and then just give nicknames. Yes, you can start the quiz.
ST is leading the podium. Now question number 3. Dash or dash to a document or section of a document. Again, ST is leading this board. Now question number 4. Now student is leading the board. The scoreboard is led by student. The nickname student. Question. Right answer is marker. Still student is leading the board. Question number 6. Tag used to draw a horizontal line is HR. Now West leading the scoreboard again. 7th question. Tag to pay the heading big font sizes. H1. Again, ST is leading with 5 plus points. Question number 8. CSS and a dash that allows multiple elements in a HTML document. The options are imperfection, element, identifier, Apple. 13 answers as of now. 14, 15, 16. Imperfection. Once again, ST is leading the scoreboard with 5,000 plus points. Now question number 9. Part of a program the dash work correctly. Does not. Again, I hope ST is leading with 6,000 plus points. I hope the last question, which instructs a web browser on how to format and process a hypertext document. Tag is the right answer. Now the podium third position goes to Z with 5,596 points. Second position for student 7,433. And first position is bagged by ST. Congratulations. Student with the nickname ST secured 7,555 points and in the first place in the podium. Yes, I thank all the participants. I hope you have enjoyed the session. So, will you fill the feedback form? The certificates will be dispatched based on the feedback form filled by the student. So, fill the name correctly there. E-certificates will be dispatched to your mail ID based on the feedback forms.
thanks for filling the feedback form. Thanks for joining this session. Meet you all in upcoming events. Thank you all.